So what I'm saying, it is so simple. It is what? Now the more easiest way. For instance, you hardly go to Eze Palace now and see Okwaji there. You go to our traditional rulers who are the custodian of our custom and tradition. That because everything will start in the community. They will bring
You mean the unification of the Igbo people?
yes, it will start from our essence, start from our religious leaders. Eze who did not know Menana. When I was listening to one of the radio broadcasts, and they said they are doing this something. And there's a man, after praying, just as one occasion I attended last Sunday. After praying, they say they are praying for the call or not in the name of Jesus. I asked them, what have Jesus to do with orgy? What have Jesus to do with what? Orgy is our traditional what? Custom of unification.
All right, beautiful people. Today I traveled down to the city of Owerri to meet with the most erudite Rabbi Hagadol, in the headquarters of the Jewish Faith Incorporated, right here in the city of Owerri, Imo State. We are here to have an interaction where we sample knowledge, we sample opinions, because the Unify Igbo project is not the one that we will leave any stone unturned. We are not leaving any stone unturned, actually. We will consult every stakeholder. We will consult every traditional, religious, and political leaders in order to have words from them, in order to understand how best to unify the Igbos, religiously, politically, and traditionally. It's your boy again, the X to the T and Wapi, the extra talented young progressive entrepreneur, the RAB refinable street boy gone classy, and I'm rapping Namen TV, bringing you vibes from the streets. This is the Unified Igbo project. I am asking for your support. I am asking for your support in every way that you can. Your likes, your comments, your shares, your stars, your donations, and also your subscription to our YouTube channel. Please endeavor to support us, and God bless. Like I have always promised you, the Unified Igbo project is not just an ordinary one, it's divine. And while we are on this project, we will sample every opinion. We will meet every stakeholders. We will discuss, we will deepen, and we will find solution in the possible way to unify every Igbo, no matter where they are. Igbo is great, and we cannot deny this. It is time for every person to come out from their trenches, to embrace one identity, which is Igbo, irrespective of the dialect you speak. Right now, today, we are at the synagogue, the Jewish synagogue, where we will be speaking with a highly revered rabbi, knowledgeable, intellectually ready, and who has gone far and wide in the study of Judaism. Well, I will give him the honor to introduce himself. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. This is Ambassador Hagadol Ephraim Uba, the leader of the Association of Jewish Faith Incorporated. Here in Owerri is where we have our central synagogue. You are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my rabbi. Well, like I told you, we are here to seek knowledge and expose a historical fact about the Igbo people and the possible way to unite the Igbos, no matter where they are. Please, what can you tell us first about the Igbo people?
Well, Mr. Moderator, I want to thank you. I want you to understand that Igbo people are unique people. If I take you back to 1950s and 60s, before the emanation of these 70s, you will know that Igbo people are unique people that can never compromise with any atom of rubbish. What makes Igbo people different? Because then they understood, they knew their identity. When one lost his identity, he knows what to do. Igbo people have lost their identity, and that is why we are suffering. And before you can reorganize, restore Igbo people, you must surely, first of all, bring them back to identify their identity. You talk about Israel. Israel are known as covenanted people of the Creator of heaven and earth. Let me use the word familiar to you. They are covenant people of God. The one I say you do not understand, you may ask me a question. What makes Israel to be different from every other nation? In the book of Shemot, subsection 19 and paragraph 4, which we call Exodus 19:4. Israel, before the Creator, on top of Mount Sinai, and said, whatsoever you say we will do what? We'll do that. That's the only difference. The only thing that separates Israel from every other nation. If I take you back to 1950s, even early 40s, 60s, when the Igbo people have conscience, when you have the Igbo unions, when you have Igbo people who are afraid of Unsana, Omenana, Aro, the white man religion have done us a lot of harm. Sorry to say it. It's not even that these people scattered here. It's the white man religion. For instance, you are an Igbo man. You have not even identified yourself that you are an Igbo man. And you have not identified yourself you are an Israelite. Until you identify yourself, then you begin to get other people. You know what you are doing. Because when you are in a journey and you don't know where you started, you won't know where you're going. One, what is the seal of Igbo people or Israel? They have a special identity. In the book of Bereshit, subsection 17 and paragraph 9, which you call Genesis 17:9. The Creator, blessed be his name, have a covenant with Abraham. He said, by this covenant, Abraham, will your seed be identified, recognized, known all over the world? What is that circumcision? You will have a seal in your body on the 8th day. And by this seal, wherever you are all over the world, you will be identified. Inquire. I'm happy that you're a journalist. You're a historian. Minus Igbo people, minus Israel, that stick at circumcision on the 8th day. There's no part of the world that does that. I have a friend in UK who took his father to court that he deformed him. And when the matter emanates, this is why I said there's no law, there's no custom in UK that permits you to deform somebody without his permission. Why should the father deform him? They call it deformation. At the end, they offered him the victory. The money they offered to him, the young boy called me. I gave it back to my dad. I said, Dad, I want to tell you that I have full right of myself. But in Israel and in Igbo land, as far as Nwata, Nnayano, I get hit you, Master. What I can not can only book for the Buddha. Let us call a spade a spade.
Let me ask this question.
You're free.
Rabbi, the Igbo man, at what point did the Igbo man lost it?
Thank you very much. If you study history, Igbo people have never allowed themselves to be imposed a little upon them. If you know Ekumenical history, if you know the Alo War, you know the women riot. Igbo enweze. We only traveled to Arochukwu in those days because it was agreed, accepted that when they left the land, they came in with the unim antonym. And this unim antonym is the instrument that people will now, after chanting and calling the name of the Creator, then it will tell them which one is true and which one is false. That's what until the white man carried out of war. That's why you call them Mochuku. Mochuku Abiyama. Abiyama is the short abbreviation of Abraham. Now, what are we saying? And what led this? Now, the invasion of the Gentiles or the white man have done us a lot of things. Igbo was in so. Igbo was haro. Igbo was menana. And I saw nobody have regard on authorities. And the white man religion came and crowned everything and helped us to be more rebellious. Upon whose leaders they are coming is what they're after. Not even talking about the soul. Have you been a Christian? Have you been a frontliner Christian? I was a Pentecostal frontliner for 17 good years. I left Christianity not because I want to live Christianity. In those days, what you normally say, Ulomdina Nigwe Marama, Ulomdina Nigwe Marama, Ulomo de no Wamanaka, de no Waka, Ulom de no Wamanaka, Nigwe Kayama, Honwa de, but these days, yeah, my God is a big God. I gotta ride the best car. I gotta put on the best dress. Yeah, I gotta have the best thing on earth. No more these days. Prepare all your treasures and keep it where it will not be rust. No.
Rabbi, this is why we are here. We are using the power of social media to try our best to bring the people together.
That's right.
And unify them. How do you think that we can achieve this? How do you think? What is your best advice?
Shlomo, the wise man says, fear Elohim and keep all his commandments. And this is the only duty of what? Of a man. Because the fear of the Creator of heaven and earth is the beginning of all wisdom and knowledge. Because people have, Hosea says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. That is why you see people both use, oh, don't worry. Let me get what I need today, tomorrow. Forget about it. But Judaism, it is also. Pikelabo says, against your will you were created. Against your will you were born. Against your will you live. Against your will you will die. Against your will you will resurrect. Against your will you will give account on whatsoever you have done in this world. Remember whom we are going to start with. Because he is the one that collected the things that have not been as though they have been. Who knows the end of a matter before its inception? He says he is the judge. He is the plaintiff. He is the witness. He is the accuser. He is your defense. So what I'm saying, it is so simple. It is what? So simple. Now the more easiest way. For instance, you hardly go to Eze Palace now and see Okwaji there. You go to our traditional rulers who are the custodian of our custom and tradition. That because everything will start in the community. They will bring you.
You mean the unification of the Igbo people?
Yes. It will start from our essence, start from our religious leaders. Eze who did not know Menana. When I was listening to one of the radio broadcasts, and they said they are doing there's something. And there's a man, after praying, just as one occasion I attended last Sunday. After praying, they say they are praying for the call or not in the name of Jesus. I asked them, what have Jesus to do with orgy? What have Jesus to do with what? Orgy is our traditional what? Custom of unification. Why after a got orgy, then you bring a strange something and attach to that? It's also idolatry. Because even the Jesus in Mark chapter 12 and verse 28, he said that some scribes came to him and asked him, Master, good teacher, can you tell us the most important and foremost commandments? He says, here, remember, the most and foremost commandment is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, including himself, is one. The Lord what? Our God is one. Shema Israel, Adonai Rehenu, Adonai Echad. That is Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4. We have no other creators. As soon as Igbo people left idolatry, Amadioha, Kamalo, Njoko, Baze court, Ndigbo na war, Ndigbo na court. Do you know before the war, my grandmother, sorry for digression, called my father, called all his Omunda, cook food, and said that his son will take an oath before the Omunda that he have not entered what they call it that time, Ukabani. Church in the night, that's what they called all these society churches. How is he getting the money that is happening? But this time is no more. Until my father started telling them how he went to Panya, how he have been traveling, getting tobacco from Panya, cloth from Panya, and so on and so forth. Selling. But these days, you go home, they will use you to equate somebody whom they did not know how he managed to get his money. Oh no. Okay, that is the corruption, both from our parents, from our traditional leaders, both from our religious what leaders. We need to be called to order, to fear the creator of heaven and earth and keep his commandments. This is the only duty of a man.
Tell us the life of the Igbo man in the pre-colonial era. You understand? Before the invasion of the white man. So now we know that the Igbos are quite ancient people.
That's right.
They are ancient, and from time before the development of any other religion, they have been self-developed.
That's right.
In terms of worship, what was that they were doing? What was their way of worship?
Book of Kings and chapter 11, when Solomon sinned against the creator of heaven and earth, if you go to verse 3, he says that the creator appeared to Moses 2 good times, but now he become angry with him. Why? He married from the place where they were instructed not to marry. That's why we say undon and on Abraham. So when he got old, go there and read. We were told that Solomon, what he did, the wives will come and say, hey, Namuku, I'm a woman. I cannot go to offer sacrifice to these idols. And then they would drag Solomon and be going. And the anger of the Most High came upon him. In reference to that, if you go back to the life of Jacob with Laban, Jacob says, I was with Laban such a long time, but I have not learned any of the ways of Laban. Even where he was going, the wife, was that Rachel? Rachel took the idol of his father, because other nations were known for idolatry. And when we are scattered from Israel, the 10 tribes, only 2 tribes remain. The tribe of Judah, that's why you are hearing about Jews, Judah, and half tribe of Benjamin. Then others were taken captive by the Assyrian masters. And they said a time came when they could no more go to Jerusalem. They went under the rocks, under the caves, under the green trees, and so on and so forth, and started offering sacrifice. For instance, there are some groups that are offering sacrifice today, say that they are offering to the Creator. Minus Igbo land, there is no other place in the world that are offering sacrifice, even in Israel, because there is no temple. Because there is no what? No temple. And that is why they are still, you see this one, you say I'm high priest. This one is low priest. To satisfy their ego. So what I'm saying, sir, is not about when they left the land. For instance, I will tell you what happened during the war. During the Civil War, I know of a community in Imo State that run at the back of a river by their side. When they run at that bank of the river, they say, "Nah, our mother, protect us." So now that river has become their mother, have become their chi, have become what they worship. They initiated themselves. This is mostly common in Igbo land. That's our problem. Until we come back knowing that Amado had hake mother. Agusi never created anybody. Mommy Water never created anybody. All this rubbish is just an intruder to Igbo custom and tradition. But today, some people say, hey, we have to Omenana. What is that Omenana? I told you, if time permits us, I will show you more than 50 to 55 Igbo custom and traditions. Right there in your Christian Bible. How much we're going to this Bible? From circumcision, for separation of a woman, menstruation, Nsonwai, Omugwo, Nkuchiwai, Ekpaji, Ekpaku, and so okay, I'll be showing you one after the other. That you get a fowl, give to somebody. When the fowl hatches, then both of you will share it. They are all there. If you dare harvest your farm, and then somebody goes there later and harvest whatsoever, it is not stealing. If a pound front ripes and fall down, somebody who goes to the stem and collect it is not stealing. It is there in your Bible. Until we return, that's why I said our traditional rulers. Why I include religious leaders as claim exposed, enlightened, educated. You can never equate idolatry and say it's Igbo custom. I will prove you. For instance, you go to my area, we don't know what is Bama water. Come to my area and say Amado Hamabuke, they will be laughing at you. What's Amado? Sorry. What's Amado? Kamaru Bukwe, we don't know Kamaru. We have nothing to do with Kamaru. Even though the idols brought in my place, they will now tell you from where they brought it. That lady Bowman, he said, I don't know whether you have had that adage. Or 4 years so much, they go to your stage. For you to know that this had not been our custom. So these people going to worship one idol. For instance, you put on a ring. Your salvation is in the ring. Your protection is in this. This one, that is rubbish. Idolatry. Thou shalt not put your trust in any other angel. Do not rely on any human being, but only in the creator of heaven and earth. Only him have the power. He's the left, he's the Tao, the beginning and the end. If he said that the end of man have come, nobody can change it. So until we scrape out idolatry, most of our people, even in the you go to the to Ezra's what do you call it? Is it chamber or what now? You will see some idol planted in Ezra compound, and they worship. Before they will go for New Year festival, they will go to kill fowl or kill goat. This is an idolatry. The mighty one never commanded all to anybody.
Okay, Rabbi. Now, there are Igbo people. There are Igbo people in River State.
Yeah.
We have the Ikwere people. We have Oba.
Many of them.
We have Ekbeye. We have Ndoni. We have Egbema.
The Ikwere, all of them.
Yes. And in Delta States,
so many of them.
We have the Shimilis, the
even in
Anyama.
North, even in Benue.
Okay. Yes, even in Benue, yes.
Yes.
So now, Rabbi, how can we gather these people to be able to identify?
Can you get me? Do you have any Tanakh, any Bible or whatsoever? Let's think carefully. Oboni my no get and bediri henine. Okay, nambediri henine de noa. Okay, nambediri chanoa. Mwe muna mwe okay, nambediri onobona noa. Onobona cheroge yo. Okay. Okay. In the book of Jeremiah, subsection 14 and paragraph 16, it says, time is coming when it shall no more be said, blessed be he who have gathered us back from the north, from the land of Mizraim. But blessed be he who have gathered us from the northern land, from the south, from the west, and so on and so forth. I will send my great army like fishermen to go and fish them out wherever they are. It's not in my hand and your hand. The Most High Canaan is jealous of his name. No matter how far we have seen him, will surely restore us back. Because Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 10 precisely said, he who scattered Israel will do what? Regard Israel, not you. Just as now you are going as a time crier. Because Ezekiel 22:30 says, I sought for a man. I'm looking for somebody who will stand in the gap between me and the people, that I will not destroy them, to carry a warning notice. But I found none. In Ezekiel chapter 20, from verse Ezekiel 20:31, it says, "Thus says the sovereign one, anyone who doubt, I will say, be reading, for you to know this is my field. And what I quote, go back, you can't find any error." He said, I know where they are hiding. You people, whether in a bank, whether anywhere, whether Oturukpo, whether you go about to hide, my eyes is seeing all of you. Even though the atrocities you people are committing, my eyes what? Seeing, I will go there and regard that. Oh, can you get me Hesquel 20? I will regard you back. They left Igbo man before they enter this land, or before they emerge in this land. They have already thrown away the true worship of the Creator of heaven and earth. Are you hearing me now? That is why you see some of them under the green trees, some of them under ant hills, some of them by the side of the river. They initiated. I remember my grandmother, before the war, she will pick a cock, and they will go to their shrine that they brought to our place. It's not originated from our place. We say, oh, Udo, look at me. Oh. He started mentioning all his children. All his children. Guide them. Keep them. Protect them. If you keep them till this time next year, I will bring another fowl and thank you. Are you hearing me now? Now, I was the one who put all those things down and destroyed them, even when I have not known about Judaism. Just like in the case of Joash, in Judges chapter 6, where he pulled down Baal and Ashtaroth. Then they told Joash, bring out their son Gideon, let him die, because he have pulled down the idol. He said, we've won fight for his idol, we won fight for his God. If Baal is God, let Baal do what? Fight for himself, and they call him Jerubbaal. What am I saying? Go to Arambara, go to Ezueberebe. You see cows. If it comes out of the road, you will run away. People are using to sacrifice for the Ezu. Go to Nanka, go to Akoro. You see trailer full loaded with one type of drink or one type of thing. They will just pack it there. They have initiated to that thing because you have done this for them, because they left the Creator of heaven and earth and started worshiping those things. It didn't start today. Yet they preserve some of our custom and culture. That was why it was easy for the white man to come and invade us and say that everything we are doing is idolatry. I don't know whether you're following me. Everything we are doing is what? Idolatry. There's no more anything like a synagogue meeting and so on and so on. Igbo is onyenachi. They go out, move out. Do you know that even Otamiri and Warrior, here in Owerri where you are, cannot drown any of the indigents? Cannot do what? Have you asked why? But you find out. So our forefathers kept some of the customs that make them to be different, and yet involve themselves when they can no more go to Jerusalem. For instance, the feast of Passover. My people are still doing Passover today, but in idolatrous way. The same 8 days, the same goat. But now they will bring out stick They bring out offer and so on and so forth and put it and started invoking their grandfather, this or that. Israel never invoke anybody, any name whatsoever. They will say, by the merit of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because of the covenant you have with these people, remember us for mercy, remember us for life, remember us for success. Fulfill your promise that you make with these people. But this one, they have nothing to do if not sacrificing to these dead idols. The moderns that have no mouth to talk. They have eyes they cannot see. So that's what I'm saying. Go to Jeremiah. You go to Jeremiah 31. You see where even Israel said, Jeremiah, allow us to go and be worshiping others. When we behave like other Gentiles, things are working well with us. But as of the Creator, the law is too much. The Most High say, okay, you people will see. The order of the Most, he gave an instruction. If you obey it, it will be good for you. If you don't obey it, then you reap the consequence. That's the problem we have. See, today, we still have some elderly Igbo people that never take nonsense. That even doesn't even go to these idols. They remain in their house. Talk anything, they say no. The better remain in their house. If they die, they die. You bring cola. I go church. But when you bring out a stick, you bring out an image, you bring out a ring, you bring out any tattoo, that is idolatry. So before the war, this thing didn't start with us. It started from the time that the kingdom was divided. That Rehoboam was told to attest, oh what? Israel, what portion do we have in David? What portion do we have in Israel? And the kingdom was divided. And 10 tribes went into Assyria for captivity. That is why today you have Eke, Oye, Afo, Unko, they are idols. Anywhere you see any of these markets are based to go there, you must see idols. In those days. To protect them wherever they come to market. Minus that. Like this area where we find ourselves, they have a kuku and a kenta. Oyuku, oyenta. Unkuku, unkwanta. That's our area. We don't have such thing. We have Eke as Oye, as Oye. Unko as. That is why you see people celebrating 7 months and some establishing 8 months. It emanates from Yabodibo, whom they call Jeroboam, who carried the atrocity and led Igbo people to this area.
This is deep.
Okay. But before, listen, let me tell you, when the Igbo man is in his dignity, Kai, ask anybody, who are you to marry non-Igbo before the war? You can't go and marry non-Igbo and bring in Umunagachu also. That's why the same custom with Israel. You will inquire to know from where you are marrying.
Okay, my rabbi. So, what is your advice to our people, and also how the Judaism faith will further help in unifying the people?
Thank you very much. This is a very simple, sensitive, and delicate question. But yet, after I to go on browser, I want you to understand one thing. The fear of the Creator of heaven and earth is lacking among the Igbo people. We have lost the fear of the Creator. I say from the highest to the least, until we return back. Until we do what? Return back. Say, turn back. Jeremiah, Joel chapter 2. Say, turn back and keep on coming until every hindrance is removed and the broken fellowship is restored. Until it is not a question of one day. You people are fulfilling this obligation. Go go to Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 30, you will see what you are doing today. If you go to Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16, you will see. He said, come out, stand in the midst of the way, in the junction. Ask, wherein is the good way? You will find and walk therein. You will not stop what you are doing here today. This is a spiritual matter. It's not a political matter. You may say it's a political matter. The politicians are only after how to make their way through. Because whosoever that will die spiritually, and whosoever that will live and survive will survive spiritually. Ihe na-eme bido na mmụọ. Nna ya chukwu anyị wee ghọrọ na ya ayọ. Until we come back to return back spiritually. When you begin to do what you're supposed to do. Because your Christian Bible, James 2:10 says, he that keepeth the whole law and is guilty of one is guilty of all. You may keep this one today, keep the other one. The other say, after all, I'm doing this one. As far as you choose the one that suits you and leave others, all that you are doing is bunkum. So that the fear of the Creator of heaven and earth is the beginning of knowledge and wisdom. Fear him and keep his commandments, not the commandment of human being. Today, everybody we want to know Ohuland. We want to be seen. We want to be known. That is not Judaism. Judaism have nothing like egoism or sentimental. No. Hold the truth. Hold the truth. Remain in the truth. The truth will fight for you. Shalom.
All right, beautiful people. It's your boy again, the X to the T and the YPE, the extra talented young progressive entrepreneur, the RAB, refinable boy, SBGC, Street Boy Gun Classic, and I'm rapping Namen TV, bringing you vibes from the streets. We have come to the conclusion of this interactive section with Rabbi Hagadol, and it has been quite interesting in a way that definitely we have knowledge to draw out of these interactions. So I thank you. I thank you, Rabbi.
Shalom, I thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I wish we continue, because he who fights today and fight tomorrow is a good fighter. If you just fight today and do not fight tomorrow again, the more you go, you get lapses. They continue until you have achieved what you are looking for. I promise you that the Most High, El Elyon, will glorify his name because he's interested in what you are doing.
Thank you. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.